Well, we started off the set locally. Christopher Dean Band. I went to see him last night.
There's Billy.
And invited them in to come visit, and guess what? They showed up. After that, we started on my tribute to the Celtic classical musicians with Irish sound.
Because I didn't hit play.
So the start was Home on the Wall, Christopher Dean, Mother-in-Law Blues, and then we did Mike Dugan, Blues Mine, Brother from Another Mother. Ward Buchanan, Peter Gunn. Ward Buchanan again, ain't no business. Gary
Do something
Moore,
with
All
this.
You Love, and Too Tired. Pat
Set it
O'Brien.
up somewhere where we get everybody.
Blinded by the Blues. And Rory Gallagher, Walking Home, My Hometown. Followed that up with Jimmy McCracken doing Mama and Papa, and Just a Matter of Time. So that brings us around to where we're at now. Special guest in the studio. And I'm gonna put a cut off and see what I can do. Figure out which one it was and it'll be on for you. I have it up here pulling the home CD out, which I just did. So I'll take a second to go back here. Alright. Listen, we'll be ready to talk.
Hey, Jack, you mind? Are they performing on here?
I don't think we're gonna do anything live. Do we need any?
No. I was just wondering if I could take a picture for the Facebook page.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, we need that. We'd like to have you on our page. Cool. And I'm sure they would like it. Yeah, this works out nicely. Yeah, we might do something acoustic or not. I'm not sure yet. We'll just wing it.
Should I hold the acoustic, make it look like we're playing?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
There we go.
Billy.
A stage.
Billy.
You just bring your acoustic guitar around even if you're not playing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just what it
It's
is.
my blanket.
It's like Kate Ashbury. Just have the guitar. And some acid. Billy brought his acid to that.
Oh, yeah.
He just carries it.
Frank Thatcher did that one day. Just stopped him. Just happened to have one of his mornings with him. Frank can play. He's a player.
Yeah, supposedly Tim is the ladies' man at the Willow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he is. He is.
See? He knows.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, what were your names?
Billy.
Billy?
Chris.
And that's Christopher Dean. From the Christopher Dean. And we played that a bit, quite a bit.
That's
It's
awesome.
on,
You're both from the band too?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
and they record on Lost World
Unless the
Records,
fire's
which is
here tonight.
Chicago Carl's record label.
You got the new one, right? The Call
Somewhere,
Me?
I don't know where. So if you got one to drop off sometime, do that. You definitely could use it. The Carl and I used to share this show with right in the beginning, 8-10 years ago. I used to do a Monday night show. And then he got tired of doing a Saturday slot and it opened up for me. And I said, yeah, I can do that.
Carl actually is putting on a compilation of everything that he did on his label over the past
Good.
20 years. Like the best of.
Good.
Yeah, and you know what's good about him? He lets you do what you want, which, you know, some guys, some record guys are like, oh yeah, we support you, we'll do whatever you
And then
want.
they just do what they want.
You don't sell a certain amount of CDs, you're gone.
Mhm.
You know, Big Jack won a Handy Award with Kim Wilson in 2002, and the record company didn't pick up his contract because he didn't sell enough.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it.
This year, or last year at the IBC, Jerika Singleton didn't even make the top 10.
Right.
But the people from Alligator well, Bruce in particular was so impressed by him, he hooked him up. Now he's a headliner for him. He's one hell of a player. Amazing player, actually.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what blues labels are doing.
Yeah.
I mean, Johnny Rawls has a good deal.
Well, traditionally, it was Alligator and Blind Pig.
Yeah.
Because, after like, 74, 75, none of the major labels did blues anymore, so and that's all we had.
I like the early Alligators, like the Fenton Robinson stuff.
Yeah, I go back and I'm really like a big fan of the old Stax.
Yeah.
Even Chess. Some of the Chess stuff wasn't all R&B. It was blues kind of faking its way through R&B, which I really like. You got a voice for that. You got that soulful, the white voice singing the blues, kind of soulful voice.
Yeah, it's getting. I think what happened over the past 4 or 5 years is that my voice just lowered.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I sang
The
basically
higher.
the same, but it was too high for blues people.
Yeah, it was. When I first heard you, I thought, is he doing that on purpose?
That's
it was
daily
just-
with Chris.
It was
Michael.
kind of like if Michael Jackson sang blues.
Nah, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, it's so awkward.
But if you listen to something like The Way You Make Me Feel, that's a blues.
Black or white. Billie Jean's kind of.
Yeah, same thing. Billy's like, I'm going to the radio station. I'm going to play Billie Jean on acoustic. Then I'm going to close
like-
with Iris.
You know what? Well, why not bring the acoustic out? Worst case, I get to run through South Bethlehem with it. Make it acoustic.
Walk through the door with an acoustic. I thought you were going to beat the shit out of me for emailing me too much.
Yeah, acoustic.
He said,
Yeah.
my email is not Billy Voight. It's B.E. Voight. Got it.
We're so great at communication. It's like, should I have something? No, probably not.
All right, we're going hot in 25.
In case there was a chance of whip appeal acoustic, I'd just supply it.
Jack didn't lose his shit. That's best for the people to feel out there. They thought they got a kick at it. How you guys like the gig at the one? Like, hey, white boys
All
are
right,
crazy.
Christopher Dean's version of Harley Hill. In the studio. Got Christopher and Billy sitting here. Say hello, guys.
Hey, do we have to get up to the mics here?
Yeah, come on. Close up to the microphone so I can get a sound level on there. We will talk to my audience.
Cool.
I figure there's 6 of them, or maybe 7.
My mom's listening.
Okay, we have 8. Maybe not. No, actually, there's
Oh,
quite
my
a bit.
mother had
Quite
me.
a bit more than that. And we thank you all for listening. You heard me talking about Christopher Dean. I went to see him last night, and then last week I talked about him, and I've been playing pretty regular on the show for quite a few years now. Recording on Lost World, which is, those of you who are familiar with this show, is the music label of Carl Snyder, Chicago Carl. And I think Carl's seen about the same thing I seen in Christopher years ago and said, hey, this young man has a voice, has a talent, has a certain flair of what he does, so let's do something with it. So, Christopher, tell us a little bit about how the band got to this area, what are we doing, the CDs you have out, just let me know everything.
Oh, right. Well, I moved to Lehigh Valley about 6-7 years ago, and just after I got married. And the band was based out of Jersey before that, from 2000 and about 2007. And of course, I came up playing clubs in Jersey in 95, 96. And a lot of those clubs were, around Newark and Elizabeth. Needless to say, I was, the only white kid in there.
Did well for Ricky Lee Jones, if you remember her early stuff.
Oh, yeah.
She says much about what she does was because she had the experience of growing up in the Newark area.
Right. And those people, and there was a lot of those clubs are closed now, but there was remnants of a heavy jazz scene in the 70s and 80s. So people would come out, and it wasn't like a juke joint in Mississippi, but it was kind of like playing the Apollo every night, and the agent would take me around, and I got my gigs by doing B.B. King. I would just copy B.B. King, do like Sweet 16, and he did this whole intro. This boy's gonna come up here and play like B.B. King, and everybody would say, "No, he ain't. No, he ain't."
Been there. I've been in places. The good thing is after hours, there were a lot of good restaurants to eat at.
Yes. There's a really good Portuguese place in there. I forgot the name of it.
And even the one right in the center of town there, the Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Great
It's still
place.
there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
But, so anyway, when I did those gigs, and then I got the call to go on the road with Big Jack, but after playing those clubs, and then we went to go playing blues clubs around the country, and, a lot of the blues people that came out it was like easy. They, because my band leader was telling me, you're playing with a national act now, you have to, it's a big time, man. You're going to be playing Buddy Guys in 6 weeks. So, first place I played with Jack was the Grand Emporium in Kansas City. And I thought it was easy. I mean, the rhythm, but playing with Jack was hard because I didn't really know how to play rhythm too much. But I learned the right
very
way.
quickly.
Yeah, I was forced to learn the right way and quick. So I was with Jack for about 3 years, from 97 to 2000, recorded a couple albums with him. And then in 2000, I left Jack's band. Sometime later, his health started to go down a little bit. And so the timing was right. So I took about 5 months to get a set list together, and I just started working. So since 2000, it's just been gigging it on an average of 160, 180 gigs a year. Just on the East Coast, from here down to Florida. We go to Memphis, Tennessee, that area too. But basically, I've been trying to build up a crowd on the East Coast, which I've done. So now I have a circuit that I work from here down to Florida, and I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah,
And we're getting
we're
airplay.
liking it. Yeah, we're liking it. People here are digging what you're doing, and I told everybody I saw 3 feet cab last night. You can just as comfortable with 5, 10, or 11 pieces when you think you go to full horn section, it wouldn't bother you at all. But the 3-piece one, that's you gotta get out there and make them the small dollar gigs.
That's right. Well, last night, like I said, we booked on fairly short notice, and it was only 2 blocks from my house.
You can't be bad. Yeah, you didn't have the transportation cost.
Yeah, so I think I spent.
And your rhythm section enjoyed hanging out in that car, so.
Love the Willow.
Yeah, Billy loves the Willows. They
Love
just
the
wanted,
Willow.
they're like, the Willows right down the street.
That was great to see. My wife happens to be the manager there too, so people that don't know what we're talking about. Yeah, that's the same place. But it was fun. I enjoyed it, and I told you I like the voice. The voice is maturing more and more. And you said the same thing. As you get older, you need to change, lower it down a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing more stuff. I definitely hear a blues meets R&B, Van Morrison type sound available in you somewhere. And I don't know if you're going to work with that in the future. What do you think?
It's funny. I think my singing really progressed when I started to get into David Ruffin and Luther Vandross and standards.
Yeah.
Big Joe Williams and Count Basie. Just I learned about vibrato and breath control and all that type of technical stuff. But before that, I didn't really have too much technique. I was more an Otis Rush guy. And so
I like seeing you going into it and controlling the vibrato instead of just jumping right into being a growler, which a lot of blues guys do. They just immediately start growling. And
No.
this is different and refreshing.
My thing, even with the guitar, is I don't like to force anything. I like it you know, I like it to flow, and nothing should be forced. I don't like to force anything vocally. I don't like to force anything on the guitar, like play behind, you know, beyond my abilities. So,
And those of you who haven't seen the show, don't go expecting 112 bar blues after another, or just the drummer to be a shuffle drummer all night long. Last night he did, I'd say within 3 songs, I heard him do Tyrone Davis and
no way.
yeah, but they came with Tighten Up. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. And
Take me up at the honky tonk.
yeah, it was a variation of, he went from almost Motown sounding to really Johnny Cash sounding, and then back again, and everything in between. So believe me, come out and see the dad. You'll enjoy yourself. You'll find something in there that you like. Yeah, to hear Archie Bell in the drought.